The Brandon Ford pace truck heads for the infield. If everything looks good, we'll see the green flag this time by field bunching up in turn number 3. Dennis Rambo Franklin on the pole position, brings the field into the starting box. They're in it, they're on it, green flag's out, we're racing. Dennis Rambo Franklin grabs the lead in turn number 1. Austin Hubbard moves underneath. Watson to take over second. Watson having some trouble in turn 2 as he falls like a rock back through the field. In trouble in turn number 2, got one upside down. Doug Watson having a very bad first lap. It all started in turn 2, and he just couldn't gather it up. Spun in turn 4. He got collected by another car that got him over on his roof. 114, Chris Cantrell upside down. Cantrell spun in the 114 car. So the safety crew checking on him. And good news, he's okay. Time, there's the green flag, and we're racing. This time Watson gets through 1 and 2 a lot smoother than he did the first time. He'll grab the lead down the back straightaway. Here they come off of turn 4 to complete lap number 1. It's Watson, Franklin, Hubbard, Cook, and Dixon. So the top 5 running nose to tail down the front straightaway. Now Devin Dix, Chase Edge running 7th. Michael Blunt in 8th, Mark Tice 9th, and Doug Horton up to 10th. Keep your eye on Horton, started 15th, he's up to 10th. Doug Watson continuing to lead the way. Dennis Rambo Franklin staying within a car length down the back straightaway. Now Rambo goes to the inside. Here comes Franklin off the 4th turn. Steve Cook in the 17C in 4th as Horton and Edge continue their side-by-side battle for 5th. Here we got a challenge for the lead in turn 4. Franklin on the inside, Watson on the outside. Watson holds him off down the front straightaway. Franklin again trying to get to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to find room to get underneath Doug Watson. Side battle for the 5th spot. As they battle side by side, they begin to close in on Steve Cook in the 17C car. Watson and Franklin approaching. The cars on the tail end of the lead lap. Horton still right with Chase Edge on the inside. They've been running side by side for the last 5 laps. Pick and choose how to get through that lap traffic. Trouble on the back straightaway, and in turn 2 brings out the caution flag. Yeah, it's Chase Edge. 15th. Right front damage for Chase Edge. Hit the back stretch wall. Doug Watson will bring him around for the restart. Dennis Franklin in 2nd, Matthew Turner 3rd, Doug Horton 4th, Steve Cook in 5th. Green flag's out, we're racing. Challenge for the 6th spot, down the back straightaway. William Thomas looking to the inside of Mark Tice. Tice has got sheet metal flapping in the breeze on the left side of the Precision Marine Track Star. Watson holding on to a 1 car length advantage over Dennis Franklin down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Franklin puts about 4 car lengths on the third place machine of Matthew Turner, with Horton still in 4th, Cook in 5th. And William Thomas gets underneath the 24 car, Mark Tice, to take over the 6th position. Now Franklin closing back in on Doug Watson. Working lap number 40. Down the back straightaway, Doug Watson is led from the start of the race. They'll come down, 10 laps to go, 40 down, 10 to go. Doug Watson trying to hold off the challenge of Dennis Rambo Franklin. Franklin knows it's now go time, but we're under caution. Trouble in turn number 4. Couple of cars involved down there. We see one smoking badly down on the bottom of the racetrack. David Earl Gentry. Doug Watson looking for the biggest win of his career. Coming off the 4th turn, he'll take the green flag. But he's got to keep Rambo behind him. Turner looked to the inside of Horton to challenge for 3rd, but Horton's up to the challenge. He'll remain in 3rd. Haven't said much about Horton. We've been watching him come through the field. Here comes Franklin trying to get a run on the inside. Down the back straightaway into turn 3. Watson again holds off Franklin lap after lap. Franklin again drives it hard down on the bottom in 1 and 2. Watson holds him off. Can Horton pull one out of the bag from 3rd? Horton trying to dust off a groove on the outside. Doug Watson out in front, down the back straightaway, a car length advantage over Dennis Franklin. Franklin again dives to the inside, looking for racing room, but Horton hits his marks off the 4th turn. Now 4 to go. Horton hanging on, but here comes Franklin. He'll drive underneath in turn 2. Franklin out in front. Can he clear him? He clears him in turn number 3. Dennis Franklin out in front with 3 laps to go. Out here in the closing laps, Dennis Franklin, he is pulling away. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go. Watson trying to hold off Horton for the 2nd spot. Horton drifts up high in turn 1. That gives Watson a little breathing room down the backstretch. Checkered flag in the air for the 2nd straight night. Dennis Rambo Franklin takes the win. It'll be Doug Watson hanging on to 2nd. A good run for Doug. Welcoming back to victory lane again, Dennis Rambo Franklin. Well, Rambo, we meet again. Last night, you just kind of in the easy chair cruising along to the win. You had to work for this thing tonight.
Yeah, you know, he got me there on that 2nd start, and I just figured, you know, if I rode behind him and then I looked up and seen Horton was running 3rd, I said, well, it's time to go. And he made that 1 bobble down there, and that's all it took. But my hat's really off to my crew. I mean, they've worked hard all weekend. You know, this is just as much a win for them as it is me. Steve and Leslie Cook at AES Racing, it just states, you know, how good a team they got to come out and win 3 heat races out of 4. You know, I want to thank Barry Wright Race Cars, JRI Racing Shops by Performance Frictions, just everybody that makes this deal possible. All the fans for coming out, and I'll see y'all later on.
All right, enough said. Congratulations again on your 2nd straight win here at East Bay Raceway Park. Give him another nice round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Your winner tonight, Dennis Rambo Franklin. This driver drove the wheels off of this car tonight. Second place isn't that bad, but I know you got to be disappointed, Doug, leading the first 47 laps, only to lose it with 3 laps to go. But a good run for you here tonight with a second place finish.
It was good. I knew he was back there. I heard him on my door every time, and I knew he was gunning for me, and he drove me clean. I did the best I could. That's all I had for him.
Well, you did a good job tonight. Did the tire go away from you at the end there? Because it looked like lap times might have fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, I think it was slipping a little bit. I think the driver might have slipped a little too. But I don't know. We were doing all we could, and I knew he was gunning for me. I didn't have anything else.
Well, you ran a good race tonight. You had a good line coming off the corners. He could get alongside you in the corners, but it looks like you had a good consistent line and a good sweet spot coming off the high side, especially here coming off of turn 4.
I felt good in 4. I started slipping real bad through 2. I felt like that's where he was really gaining on me, and I never could find the right spot. I kept catching those ruts, and the car would want to slide up the track coming out of 2, and I figured that's where he was gaining on me, but I couldn't find the right line, I guess.
Well, Doug, congratulations. A great run tonight, second place finish. Doug Horton, ladies and gentlemen, your second place finisher. Coming home, started 15th, finished 3rd. Let's hear it for Doug Horton. Well, Doug, it was an uphill battle for you all night long. You missed hot laps. Qualifying didn't go very well. What happened, and how did you get up to 3rd spot after starting 15th?
Well, it was just, I knew it was going to be a tough road to hoe, but I don't know, our week seemed to start out pretty well there on Thursday night, and, you know, we was leading and lost an engine, and then it was just all downhill from there, but kind of recovered there on Friday night and ended up with a good solid 4th place finish, and was trying to build on that, and then just had a little mishap there in the pits, and just accidentally got some water in the fuel cell, and come out to qualify, and yeah, well, we missed hot laps and then come out to qualify, and we still trying to get the water out of the fuel system, and the engine never would clean up enough to get up through there in the heat race. So we just used the consi to work on the car a little bit and got the car pretty good, and that might have helped us for a little bit here in the feature tonight. But just in the feature, it's you know, it's a 50-lapper, and you know, I don't know if the guys just don't run enough on hard tires to know what this surface does. You know, it's pretty slippery until it really gets that black streak in it, and you know, guys just kind of get carried away there and run into each other and spin out and tear stuff up. So I knew if I just kept the wheels on it and kept the fenders off the tires, we could get up through there.
Well, Doug, what started out as a disastrous night, you salvaged the night for him. Great run from 15th to 3rd. Congratulations.
Hey, thanks everybody for coming out tonight.
Doug Horton, ladies and gentlemen, your 3rd place finisher tonight. Well, that'll wrap it up for the 36th Annual Winter Nationals, the NeSmith Chevrolet Dirt Late Model Series portion. 3 great nights of racing, and the winner on night number 1, Jackie Nosbish Jr., and Dennis Rambo Franklin, making it 2 in a row with a win on Friday night and a win on Saturday night. He'll remain the NeSmith Chevrolet Dirt Late Model Series point leader going into our next event in April at Greenville Speedway in Greenville, Mississippi. So that'll wrap it up here from East Bay Raceway Park in Tampa, Florida. We'll see you on the Delta in Greenville, Mississippi.